Good afternoon, welcome to Central London and welcome to today's vlog for Monday the 11th of August. Hope you're all well, had a great weekend and you've had a successful day out on the roads. I haven't got an out and out topic I was going to talk about this afternoon, just a couple of little things that I wanted to mention. A few people have said the sound quality on Thursday's vlog wasn't very good, so my apologies for that. I think it was probably the phone mounts where I readjust to do this, or hadn't tightened them up enough. So again, please let me know if this one's no good either. Let me know and I'll have to find another way of recording. Update on invoicing. I spoke to you last week that I was chasing 3 couriers who hadn't paid their June invoices at the end of July. 2 have paid over the weekend on Sunday and the 3rd hasn't, so when I checked this morning, so they've had a chase up email again this morning. I've asked them to settle by end of business tomorrow, Tuesday. Otherwise I will take further action, which I suppose will be contacting the CX and trying to get some bad feedback and copies of all the emails that I've been trying to send them or have sent them. I might go down the small claims court route just for a change and see how that works and keep you updated with that, and of course I will name them. So let's see if I get payment today or tomorrow. Third thing I want to do is thank you all. I looked at the viewing figures for the vlogs and I was amazed. I really thought 20-30 people. It's over 150 on pretty much all of them. That's amazing. So thank you very much. I will continue to do these. I will be very honest about the money that I earn on the CX because that's the only way. And I will also, where I can, give you opinions on courier topics. If you've got anything you would like my opinion on, God help you, but there we go. Feel free to put it in the comments, I'll answer it. If there's anything else to do with my time in European transport as a London taxi driver or as a kit manager at West Ham and Arsenal, please feel free to ask and I'll do my very best to answer. Lastly, the fourth thing, tomorrow I'm going to run through my budget for 25-26. I did that on Friday because September is going to be a very busy month for me and October as well, probably work-wise. So I thought I'm going to do it, get it done out of the way. I'm going to run through it tomorrow. So that might be of use for you if you're thinking of starting out or have just started out and not sure if you've got everything covered in your budget. We'll do that tomorrow. Right, on to today, Monday the 11th. So I did all my accounts that I would normally do on a Sunday. I did it on Friday morning early. I had the feed on just to see if I was missing out on anything, as I was having a day off because I really was bored of it all on Thursday, and I needed a bit of an extra day off, which I took, and I'm really pleased I did, to be honest. Yeah, so I had a job for this morning from Colchester to London West 1 for 9 o'clock. Small van job, 73 miles, and I bid £125, my normal price, and I got that straight away. It was the company that I declined a job on last week. They sent it straight through to me rather than ringing me, which threw me out, and I accepted another job in the meantime. But this time I saw it come through, so I was able to accept that. I'll just have to make sure now I keep an eye out on that if they're now going to start sending me jobs automatically. But anyway, that's all good. Right, so 9 o'clock pickup this morning, did my normal thing. I got there at 8. Doing a 9 o'clock pickup to go to London really, I think, prohibits the chances of trying to get 3 jobs in a day. But we got there at 8. The goods were ready. It was one huge bit of metal, odd shape and everything, but we got it in. It was absolutely no problems. Strapped it all down and I was away off premises at 8:15. Traffic going to London wasn't too, well, it was fine, to be fair. For some reason both my sat navs decided that don't go your normal way, go down the A12, up the M25 to the M11, down the M11 North Circular and come into central London that way via the A41. I was literally going right on the west side of the congestion zone by Edgware Road there. So but it was fine. There was obviously some problem with the normal way I would go. So stuck with it. Got there at 10:20, so just literally over 2 hours, and phoned the people on site. It was a office block, but they was having some work done there. Guys came down, took off the piece, and we was done and away at 10:30. Not a lot on the feed for London, and there wasn't also a lot of vans around, not as many as normal. So I was just trying to decide whether I should hang it out there or not, or move. There was one job that came up from E1 to Colchester for a small van. I put a price of £60 on that. I didn't get it. Maybe more because I was 35-40 minutes away, despite it being 4 miles. Traffic in London on the edge of the congestion zone is always busy, and it was probably the time more than the price that affected that one. So I started making my way east. I thought I'm going to head back east. Excuse me. Just got past Euston, and a job came up from West 1 going to Reading for a small van. So I put a price of £60 on that. I thought initially that might be £10 too much. As I mentioned before, you're not really going to get your £15 congestion charge. Most companies presume once you're in, that's it, you've paid it and you've got it and you're not getting it again. I did get that job. 5 minutes later they rang me and confirmed that job was mine. I was just then by King's Cross, so I was able to turn around. That was for an 11:30 collection. Arrived there at 11:10. 5 boxes. They were just finishing packing. It was, I'm not really sure what it was, to be honest. I think it was some merchandise and bits and pieces, all odd shaped boxes. Anyway, got them all loaded. I was away by 11:30. Yeah, no, 11:20 I was away, 11:20. And that was going just next to the Reading Festival site in Reading. So that was fairly straightforward again. Traffic wasn't too bad. One sat-nav was telling me to go through Knightsbridge and out through the Cromwell Road past the museums and Hammersmith, A4, M4, which would be my cabbie brain route of doing it as well. My truck sat-nav was actually telling me to go up onto the A40, M40, and then come down at junction 4, A404, down to Reading. And it was only a difference of 5 minutes, and I think that's a much smoother, less congested, less stressful way to go. So that's the way I went in the end, and it was fine. On site for 12:45, off site 12:50, no problems. I'm then looking for one. I've got to have my lunch, so I parked up and kept my eye on the feed while I was having my lunch, which I took with me today. And I really need one more job, ideally to Essex. Second choice would be Suffolk, Norfolk. Third choice would be a sort of Hertfordshire, Middlesex, Central London. I've just started to move. A job came up from Wokingham going into West 1 for £65 fixed price on a long wheelbase. I thought it's too low really, and I sort of ooh and ahhed about it, and then it disappeared and it came back again a few minutes later, this time with £70 on it. And again, I'm thinking it's £10-20 less than I would like, but it's taking me home into central London. I've already pretty much met my target for the day, so I bid the £70 and I got it. Phone call straight away. Initially I was 25 minutes away. Because I was moving, I was now 20 minutes away from Wokingham, so that even wasn't that bad. Went round there, goods weren't quite ready, but again we got it on. It was funny enough, again it was 5 long bits, 3.6 meters long, but we was able to put them in at an angle up against the near side rear door, so they were fine, perfectly safe, not going to be damaged. A couple of other bits with it as well, and that was going straight into Soho, central London, which when the job was reposted, I see the postcode W1D, and Soho is my favourite bit of London. So I thought, yep, I'm going to take that. It's a straight run all the way through. That was back onto the M4, A4, straight through Knightsbridge, Piccadilly Underpass, Piccadilly Circus, Shaftesbury Avenue, left, you're there. When I was growing up as a young lad of, well, 15, 16, 14, yeah, 14, 15, 16, I started going up to London to get records. Most of these record shops were in Soho. I was into my sort of dance music, soul music. And Soho was just a wonderful, wonderful place in the early 80s to grow up as a young teenage lad, 17, 18, the clubs, the bars, the people. It's just a great place, and I still think it's a great place today, although sadly Westminster Council have managed to completely ruin it. Berwick Street Market has gone. A lot of the sort of sex industry bits that give it a little bit of character have all been closed down and gone. And all the characters, the cafes, the Italian cafes, the little clothes shops, all gone. There we go. Anyway, I could bang on about that all night, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, that job was done. I was on site for just after 3:30. A little bit of toing and froing to get it off. It was again an office block that's being redeveloped, but we managed it no problem, and I was off site by 4:45. So 3 jobs today. One at 125. I'm going to take off the £15 to make it 110. Then one at 60, so it totals 170, and then the £70 makes 240. That's happily over my daily target. I'm happy with that. I'm now sitting on Old Street trying to make my way home. I'm not going to look for another job because I have already secured a job in the meantime for tomorrow morning with a 7 o'clock pickup. So I'm not going to risk anything going wrong with doing a pickup and not able to get the goods off. Yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for listening. 10 minutes, not bad. Hope you've had a great day yourself, as I said earlier. And yeah, we'll talk again tomorrow. All the best. Cheers, Paul.